Well, hello. I am Joanna with Blissful Baby Sleep Coaching, and I am so excited to be talking to a new author, Stef Tousignant. I think, did I get it right, Steph?
Yeah, totally. Yep.
And today is Steph's birthday, you guys. And she's in the middle of a book launch. And so I'm just absolutely thrilled to be part of this with her, to encourage her, because she has something you are absolutely going to love hearing about. Steph has written this book called The Middle of the Night Book. And it is a fabulous book, all that is really all about establishing not only a beautiful bedtime book routine with your child as part of your bedtime routine, but it also provides incredible assistance in the middle of the night, hence the title. When we get in those difficult predicaments when our child is awake and we don't know what to do. So, Steph, welcome and happy birthday.
Thank you.
I would love you. And by the way, you guys, Steph is a 20-year veteran nanny, and she also has two children of her own. And she's very involved in the parenting community where she lives in Northern California. And so she knows a lot about children, which is why her passion to doing this book. So, Steph, can you tell us a little bit more about the inspiration on how you decided to become an author?
Sure. It's actually really funny. You would think that having been a nanny for as long as I have and having a professional, career at it, that I would have been prepared when my children woke up in the middle of the night, but I wasn't. I did what every parent does, which is I went straight to, what am I doing wrong? I would pick up my baby and I would say, I'm not supposed to be holding my baby. I'd sit in the hallway and I'd listen to my baby cry and it would tear me up. And I just spent nights questioning myself. And it was really, really hard because during the day things went well. I had great nap schedules and, it was okay. But at night I was not equipped at all. And so it
Even,
was
even
really,
though you had all that experience.
yeah, because I think that in the middle of the night when you're tired and you've already been with your child all day, your reserves are empty and your
Mhm.
creativity is not, I mean, I couldn't rely on my background. It was really one of those situations where it's like, my baby is crying. They need me right now. Now I'm holding them and I know I'm not supposed to be because that's not right necessarily. And all those like articles you read and all the things that people say run through your head and you're like, should I be bouncing? I shouldn't be bouncing. And so I suffered from it too. Everyone does it when they're a parent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is no doubt that becoming a mother, part of that is self-doubt kind of chasing you at all hours of the day and night. And especially if you've worked really hard on getting your child's sleep really beautiful, and you
Yes.
might be in a really good phase where things are going so well, and then out of the blue comes these big sleep disruptions because a
Mhm.
milestone has come, or
Yep.
maybe they're getting sick or they're teething, and then you're right, you go into high alert, and then you get into that situation and you don't really know how to comfort and care for the child because you're so dysregulated yourself. And
Yep.
like you said, you lose your creativity and you lose your ability to make good decisions. And then you're also in the back, like afraid, like, am I creating a bad habit? And all this
Yep.
self-doubt and insecurity happens. Okay. So you basically said, I want to create a book to help moms battle that bizarre thing that happens in the parenting journey.
Yep.
Um, and so you set upon and you created this beautiful book. And so what ages do you feel like this book is best used in?
Well, the book is based on what is called a body scan meditation. And what it does is it leads you and your child through each part of your body, feeling that and getting into your body. And so typically when a child is starting to learn, oh, that's my foot or that's my ear, they get very obsessed with that. That's something that's
Mhm.
that's learning about themselves, the self, and it's so important. And that's
Mhm.
when that would be the sweet spot for me, maybe 18 months,
Mhm.
to really start introducing the book.
And then when do you feel like it really starts like making so much sense? Like when you're like two and a half?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Around then, I think that the repetition of things is so important but also they're going to be at the place where they can start taking ownership of their body. So this is my foot. It's very different than just acknowledging that they have feet. At that age, it becomes, this is my foot, and this is my heart, and this is my bed, right? And so it's really important to start, focusing on that and to encourage that even at bedtime, because you're going to have a willing participant.
This is such a good point. I love that. It is. It's so funny, that shift around 18 months. It's like, oh, I have a foot.
Yeah.
And then around 2.5, it's like, no, it's my foot.
Yeah.
And it is, there's that slight difference, but it really makes it really is so cute to see their evolution and understanding themselves as separate from you. Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, let's maybe, kind of go through the book and explain how you've married the cadence of the book with the body scan techniques, with the magical touch that we're doing with our children, which, again, touch is so important. It builds attachment, it builds body awareness, it helps them down regulate when they're upset. Yeah. So maybe we can take some time to kind of go through it and talk about how to best use the book.
Sure. So the way that I see it working is this becomes your anchor book. This is your book that you read at the very end of your routine. It becomes a staple. So the one that maybe you don't even need to look at the words anymore to read. We're going to use that as part of our routine. And once we do that, we're going to start seeing that the child is noticing the part of their body. We're going to take that knowledge.
Sorry, let me come like this. Whoops. See, this is where it's so funny. Actually, you do it, because when I'm doing it, it's like I'm backwards. Yeah.
And we're going to use it. So this is 1 pulsing heart, 2 soft arms, and we're going to touch those parts of their body. And when we touch those parts of their body, it's going to do the same thing as the skin to skin did when they were newborns. It's going to release oxytocin, and it's going to create this connection, and it's going to be a mind body connection, which is a really great thing to start establishing at nighttime. Because what hopefully it will do in the long run is they're going to start noticing their own body's sleepiness. Even as a parent, it's hard for you to notice their sleepiness. It's even harder for them to notice their sleepiness because they need to get into their bodies. They're, they stall, they run around, they can get overtired. These things are real problems. But if you can take that touch, that special touch that you have, that maybe even you did when they were younger through baby massage, it's the same concept. You touch their feet, you touch their head, you feel their heart, you listen to it beat together. That's going to establish an amazing bedtime routine that takes it a little bit deeper than just reading. Because it's a chemical. Now we're talking at a chemical level here, at the oxytocin. Then when these things happen, which they do, they learn to walk, and all of a sudden they're pulling up in the middle of the night. These are things that happen when they start waking up in the middle of the night. Instead of this like panicking kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? You grab the book. And when you grab the book, you instantly know what to do. And your child can feel it. And so that confidence is going to be your very best friend. And then you read this book with them. And you go through the exact same thing you would when you were putting them to bed as the anchor book. And that touch is going to kick in again. And what's going to happen is that it's not going to just work for them. It's going to work for you both. And so all of a sudden, your child is getting that amazing benefit of a body scan, but so are you.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I got so excited about this book, you guys, is this concept of co-regulation, right? Because there is no doubt that when a mom goes into a room and she's upset and she's frantic and she's filled with anxiety and she's filled with self-doubt and she doesn't know what's wrong with her baby, that her level of anxiety the baby is going to sense it, feel it, and respond accordingly. And now both of you guys are up here. Right. And then like Steph said, like, then there's no, now you've lost as a mother, your creativity, your decision-making opportunities, because you're just both of you are up here. If you grab the book and the child loves the routine that was established at the onset of sleep at bedtime, and you read it in that quiet, calm way. And as you're moving through and you're taking the pauses and you're touching them. Yeah. Can you do that, Steph? Can you do it?
Yeah.
You're touching the 10 toes, right? and you're talking about the 10 toes, and then you're moving on and you're, oops, see, and then when you get to the page like this, you take a deep breath with them. And then you take a moment, and then you go here about the pulsing heart, and you touch their heart. And then you go here and you touch their arms. And again, you're going back doing this beautiful body scan from head to toe. And it's just bringing everybody calmer.
Yep.
And it's bringing them back to that really positive association you had at bedtime. And then everyone gets calmer, and everyone's probably going to be a little bit drowsier. And as you, as the mother, can then have a better opportunity to discern, what do I need to do next for my baby?
Yep.
Do I need to keep holding them? Can I put them back in the crib? Do they really need that feeding? Maybe they don't, right? And again, if this is a foundation at bedtime, then if it's not you in the middle of the night and it's dad or grandma or other caretakers, they also have a tool that they can go to.
Yep.
Right?
Agreed.
Right? Because we want unity with caretaking so that children know what to expect when something happens, because consistency matters. And this is another way to be consistent on how you attend to them, both at bedtime and how you attend to them in the middle of the night. Now, if a child is fully utterly frightened and they've had a terrible dream, let's get real, 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, they have big dreams. It's real. Their imagination is huge at that age.
Mm-hmm.
Will this help them completely undo the bad dream? Not necessarily, but will it bring them down to a comfortable base level instead of being way up here like they were? Come down here so that then maybe you can talk about the dream a little bit more, or, so much better.
And on that note, if it's something that you've used since they were 18 months, the book might not even be opened at that age. At that age, you go, can you feel your arms?
Mm-hmm.
Feel your legs? And you can down-regulate them by using an actual body scan, which is what this book is teaching, and making almost normal, right, as part of their emotional regulation routine.
Uh-huh.
Just like we label emotions for our children, just like we do that, the reflecting what they're saying, the exact same thing comes to, let's learn about how this feels in my body. How does anger feel in your body? How does sleepiness feel in your body? All these things are learned through experience. And so this is just one of those things where it's oh, we can check the box now with the body scan. Now they understand the body scan. I can go into their room. They're really upset. They're thrashing. I can say, oh, look at your legs. Can you feel them? Where did they go? They disappeared. Oh, here they are, and touch them for them, and bring back that connection. Then maybe they're feeling, oh, where are they? They're gone. Or, so it's a really important skill set to introduce at an early age.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's take it beyond the bedroom, right? There we are now we have a 3-year-old and they are having a tantrum. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. They've already had a big day. They're having a tantrum. And you're wondering, how am I going to help them calm down? Well, if you're doing body scan techniques with them already at bedtime, you can help them in that moment say, where are your legs? Where's your heart? And then they can get back into their body, which is where they've gone, completely outside of themselves.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is can come in handy in other ways beyond just establishing routine and having a co-regulation tool in the middle of the night. And so you guys, because it's Stef's birthday, let's buy her book.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to put down here how you guys can catch this. So let me say that she's on Amazon, which is great. And you can get this in 2 versions. You can get it on Kindle, 99 cents on Kindle through March 2nd. Or if you would like to buy the book hard copy, which I feel hard copy is the way to go, because the artwork is beautiful. It's the perfect little size, easy to travel with, right? That was probably something she considered, let's make it easy to travel with. The colors are really beautiful. It's $9.99 on Amazon, hard copy. And, let's support another woman-owned project. Because I'm going to be moving into March, and I am a big advocate of promoting other women in their their goals, their desires, and meeting their purpose. And WO3 is women-owned businesses to the third power, partnering, promoting, and providing for other women in their projects. And so that's what I'm going to be talking a lot about in March. You guys are going to hear me talking a lot about it. And so I'm super excited that on Stef's birthday, we get to kind of almost like pre-launch this idea of women supporting other women when they're doing something important and it's coming from their heart and coming from their experience, and something that is genuinely going to help mothers out there, both at bedtime and in the middle of the night, because we need help at both times.
Especially in a pandemic.
Yeah, especially in a pandemic. So great. And so, you know what? In fact, let me put this down. Stef, if they want to reach out to you, your website is...
it's parentdifferently.com.
Yeah.
And I also do have a free advice form on there. So.
Okay. Yeah, because after 20 years of nannying, okay, so let me make sure I get this website down here for you guys. Now, if there's anybody out there, I see someone out there. Does anyone have any questions for Stef or for me? Talking about parenting, tantrums, how to handle middle of the night arousals. Anyone? Because we can hang out here for a little bit if you guys want to talk. I'm going to get this for you. Okay.
The feedback has been really great on the book too. So there's lots of parents out there with all different aged kids, and there's definitely older kids who read the book to their parents at night too, which is a really nice thing to see. And then there's the 3-year-olds who like to just walk around the house doing the counting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And touching their body. Yeah.
Their bodies. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. So sweet. All right. Well, Stef, thank you very much, and congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment. And I have my copy, and I will be ordering more because I like to have, and I'm going to start promoting this in my little bedtime kits that I'm putting together. Amazing. And I want to say thank you, Stef.
No, thank you.
Okay. Take care. Bye.